You told me when we talked to each other last summer, you said there were certain things that you weren't going to get as upset about as you used to. Apparently, jumping off sides isn't one of them.
No, I mean, mental errors, those are just unacceptable. I know it's early scrimmage, but we really try to stress that there's certain things that we want to make sure that we do, do a pretty good job of in first scrimmage, and starting off right away and making sure mental errors aren't one of them. So they were doing some, they were doing a bunch of defensive dummy calls, and it makes it a little tough, but good chance for us to work on that.
That's one of the things you don't always get at high school is you've got your starting quarterback back, and you've got several of your receivers that saw some action last year back.
Sure, I mean, we got a good core. We got a couple of linemen. Got our center and strong tackle back in Hickey and God dang, I'm drawing a blank. Elijah Meeks, and then we got our tight end back in Bo. So we've got a core there, but we've got some new guys that are, right now we're doing a lot of learning, and I thought tonight we executed pretty well for the most part. You know how I'm not really I'm gonna reserve total judgment until we look at the film. But I was real pleased. I think as a coaching staff, we were real pleased with our intensity level. You can always correct mistakes as long as the young men are playing hard, and I thought we played hard. We told them coming into the first scrimmage we didn't expect them to be perfect, but we did want to see great intensity, and I think for the most part we did get that.
Okay, now looking at the upcoming season as a whole, I know you don't pay a whole lot of attention to the Texas high school football rankings and all that stuff,
Nah.
but you do know that there's going to be like 5 of the top 25 rated teams
On our schedule?
well, on your schedule, and you're one of them. But there's going to be a lot of good teams coming into Pirate Stadium this year.
Oh yeah, I mean our non-district schedule. 4 out of the 5 teams we play in non-district. Not only were they playoff teams, they won at least one playoff game. So. We've got a tough old road ahead of us, and I think the young men realize that. I've always told you, we kind of, we got segments. We've got our scrimmages, and then we've got our non-district games, and then district games. You've got to work through that. So, we've got another scrimmage next week, just happens to be against the defending state champions, so in Division II in Bremond, and they're always extremely good. So we're going to have our work cut out for us, but, young men know that, and so it's a week-by-week process, too. I don't want to look too far down the road. Next week we got to take care of Bremond, but, these guys know that what lies ahead, so it's a process of week-by-week improvement.
Well, Coach, you've told me several times that you love scrimmaging Bremond because it gives you a real measuring stick.
Yeah, I mean, we get through with the Bremond scrimmage, and they'll point out your deficiencies in a hurry. They're a well-coached team. I have a great deal of respect for Coach Kosowski. He's done a tremendous job. He's got a defensive coordinator there. Believe it or not, he's older than me. Coach Caskey's been coaching forever, and they're such a well-disciplined, well-coached, and man, they play with great intensity. So, this will be year 26 for me here in Crawford, and this will be the 26th time we've scrimmaged Bremond. So, and it's a good scrimmage. I mean, they're going to come to town and they're going to play hard, and like I said, you'll find out a lot about your team real quick as when you get through scrimmaging them.
Okay. Well, last question. When you started running the offense that you run right now, you've been running that for a long time. You got kidded about it last year from some of the players, but is it kind of an advantage that everybody else has gone to the spread, so your offense, it's like the only time that some teams see it all year?
I really feel strongly, and we as a coaching staff really feel strongly about that. That's what I know. I'm not going to try to pull punches and try to do something that I don't know. I believe in our system, and it's been pretty successful for 25 years, and the kids grow up in it, and they know it, and we add to it certainly as they get older. But and as you said, I think I really believe that there is some advantage to, just as you said, so many teams have gone to the spread, and it is a more of a finesse offense. Whereas, we're going to try to line up and be real physical. And I think it is an advantage for our team. I really do. And I think our coaching staffs, I know we all believe that way. Like you said, for some teams, it's the only time of the year they got to line up and, they got a quarterback under center and they're, other teams giving you a heavy dose of physical football, play in, play out. And, we believe in it. And I think our kids believe in it.
Yeah, but even though it is a physical offense, one of the things I've noticed is that you can attack any part of the field with that offense.
Well, and that's one of the things that, years ago when we did go to split backs, and when Coach Murphy was still the head coach, he and I sat down and we made we were very run heavy, and we still like to run the football. Don't get me wrong. But we sat down, we made a commit, we knew that to eventually be extremely successful, we were going to have to be more diverse. And like you said, be able to attack all the, you've got to make the defense defend the whole field. And that's the premise of the spread, why a lot of people go to the spread, because they think that's the way that's what you got to do to get people to defend the field. But I feel like we're very efficient. And we do make the defense defend the whole field, even though we're not in the spread. So, I firmly believe in what we're doing, and I think the kids believe in what we're doing, and I think that's a big part of our success.
Okay, so next week, Ice Cream Bowl.
Ice Cream Bowl.
Crawford, and what time
Pirate Stadium. JV will start at 6. Varsity will be similar. We'll start around 7:15, 7:30, probably closer to 7:30, because in between the JV scrimmage and varsity scrimmage, we'll be doing a lot of introductions and so forth. It'll be 7:30ish.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.